Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of my kind of editorial fashion week. I thought I'd kickstart with the one that I had filmed when my memory card got corrupted, as I really did like how it looked and stuff. And actually it's probably, well, I don't know how the other looks are going to go. Yeah, I've kind of got some ideas, but this doesn't actually involve that many products, but it's quite bold but quite simple at the same time, and it's a look I've seen quite a lot. And you can kind of switch up the colour you choose on your lid for this look, so it kind of whatever suits you. But yeah, if you're interested, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start with my base first. So I'm actually going to take the Hint Beauty concealer as always and use this as my foundation, but I'm going to add a drop of oil to it just to kind of sheer it out, because I don't want a lot of coverage, and it's quite a, because this is a concealer, it does have quite a thick consistency to it. So just to help sheer it out and give me that coverage, that slightly lighter coverage that I want, I'm just going to add a couple of drops to it. Okay. So I'm actually just going to take a couple of drops just to help sheer it. Now you could pop some on the back of your hand to do it that way mix, but I just like mixing in into here, it's just easier. I'm going to dab a bit off onto the back of my hand and just start using this on the skin. It's also going to add some like luminosity to the concealer as well. I am going to take a little bit with my finger just to kind of go over the areas where I just want a bit more extra coverage, so just a little bit under the eyes and just to make sure any of these blemishes are covered. Okay, then I'm going to go in with some of the Jane Iredale Just Kiss Lip and Cheek Tint. This is the Forever Pink shade. I'm literally going to use this as a cheek tint. I'm actually just going to use the brush just to pick a bit more up and then really blend it in. I'm not really going to set too much of the skin. I want quite glowy or kind of like glass-like skin effect. And I have noticed with some of the fashion type looks, they don't, because it's for like sometimes like a shoot or a catwalk or whatever, they don't tend to overly set the makeup because it's not obviously going to be on for that long, and they just want that glowy finish. So I'm not going to do too much setting, but I'm going to go in with quite a bit of this and take it kind of quite close up to where my eye is as well, and just really kind of build this up. And these, apart from a bit of powder that I'm going to put on, is the only, these are the only products I'm going to put onto my skin. I want to keep my skin quite simple. Like I said, this whole look is actually quite simple. There's not too many products involved, but it is quite a boldish look, I'd say. Okay, so like I said, I just want to do a little bit of setting. If you've watched the last couple of videos, you'll know I don't have a Clean Beauty powder at the moment. I want to keep this look Clean Beauty for the very first look. So I'm just going to go with a different powder really quickly, just to set literally under my eyes ever so slightly. Maybe just a little bit here and a little bit right on the centre of the chin, but that's it, because I want the rest of the skin to be very much kind of not overly dewy, but have that kind of like natural glowy skin type of look. And obviously I was going to wear this as an actual like kind of day out look. I probably would set a bit more, especially as I haven't already really T-zone. But because it's just for the purposes of the video and experimenting, I'm not going to do too much. Onto the eyebrow portion. So I'm first of all going to just take the Alverda brow gel through my brows quickly. It's just a clear one, although it's kind of been slightly stained from when I've used it through with eyebrow product. Just use this to kind of really brush up the brows. I might go out and get a bar of soap, and so I can do like soap brows for some of the looks. I think that looks really cool. But I don't have a bar of soap, so I need to go out and get one. So that's as much as I'm going to get brushed up with using this kind of product. So now for the brows, I'm going to take actually the Lily Lolo eyebrow pencil in medium. And I'm just going to start. I'm actually not going to do my usual thing where I kind of shape it out. I'm just going to add like strokes, like hair-like strokes. I'm just going to quickly sharpen my pencils. It's not going to be good enough for this. So I'm literally only going to be using stroke line movements. I'm not going to be too precise about this because I don't want like a really neat brow or anything like that, I don't think. So, okay, I may come back to the brows once I've got the rest of my look on, so I can kind of see how it all looks together. But I'm going to move on to the eye portion now. So I'm going to prime, as always, using my Lily Lolo primer. I'm going to put a fair amount of this on my eyes. Okay, so for this, the actual eyeshadow I want to use, I think would be really cool, is the Lily Lolo Mineral Eyeshadow in Chocolate Fudge Cake. It's a really cool colour that I really like, the purpley brown. But first of all, just to map out where I kind of want, or the shape of the eyes, I'm going to use a sultry eyeliner pencil or crayon in Purple Haze. I think it'd just be, it's kind of like a purpley colour, not quite the same shade as the eyeshadow, but just to help map out where I want things to go, because my eyes are very uneven, so kind of the placement is going to be tricky, so I just want to work on that first. Okay, so I like how that looks. When I did this the first time, I went way too high and I had to like cancel some of it out with concealer and stuff, but I think that's a good kind of height. I don't want it too high up to the brow bone, because I'd like some gap. Cool, now the tricky part is to match both eyes, because like I said, this one, the top lip bit comes over the lid a bit more than this eye, so let's just see if I can get it to match next. A little bit higher than my crease. Okay, so it's not too bad for kind of shape wise and placement, I think. I can always go back in and alter it. That's what I had to do last time, just go back with the brush and concealer and just alter the shape. But I think I'm just going to go and stick the eyeshadow on now and get that down. So yeah, I'm using the Chocolate Fudge Cake, like I said, from Lily Lolo. It's a really beautiful purple, but it's got that brown shift to it. I just thought it might be quite a cool colour to use. So for this I'm going to use a very flat brush. These are the ones from Superdrug. I've mentioned these before. They're quite good for really packing on stuff like that. I might have to wet the brush, but I'm going to make sure I tap off the excess, because obviously I've done my base and I do not want it to go everywhere. But because I left the base, this should be tacky enough to stick. I think I might do, which I didn't do last time, but I think I was, in my head I thought I must do this next time. It's actually go in with the crayon all over the lid. Because I think I seem to remember last time there was a slight difference between the lid section where there was none of this underneath and the bits that were. I kind of want it to be all one similar colour, so shove this all over the lid quickly. And it's going to act as another base, so just make sure the base is extra kind of tacky for the eyeshadow. And I will neaten everything up in a second. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I've got the base all over that same colour. So I'm just going to go right up to the edges because I want it all to be all that one kind of beautiful colour. And like I said, I will neaten it up in a second. Just get that colour down first. Okay, now I've got the eyeshadow on, I'm now going to go back in with my concealer and a similar brush as to the one I applied the shadow with, and go ahead and really neaten up the edges, make them kind of even if they've suddenly become uneven when I've been putting the eyeshadow on, and yeah, just make the lines sharp. I feel it's one of those looks that's going to look better when you kind of like half slightly looking down, just because I've got such uneven eyes. I think it looked better, but let's just go in. Okay, now that I've got the eyeshadow on, I think I do want to go slightly heavier with the brows. So I'm just going to go back in with my brow pencil just to darken them up a little bit more. Because I feel like it needs that darkness in the brows as well. They're looking a bit too fair. Okay, I'm going to go in with some mascara. I'm keeping it all to the top lid. I want it to be that very top heavy look. So I'm going to go with the Lily Low Big Lash Mascara, like I said, just on my upper lashes. Now you probably could go in with falsies with this look. But I think for this one I want to just go with mascara. I might actually add some falsies to some of my other looks. I don't tend to do false eyelashes, but I think potentially they could look quite cool with some of the other looks that I've got planned. And maybe kind of like tint them or colour them so they kind of match whatever the colour theme of the look is. And you know, I think I'm going to go in with small blusher and just kind of amp that up a bit more as well. That's the thing, once you've got the eyes on, you can see just how much further you can go with everything else. I'm just going to focus this though on this point of my cheeks, the kind of highest points. Just brush a little bit over the lips, but I'm going to keep it quite nude, I think, for the lips. But I am going to add a gloss. I think we all know what my favourite nude gloss clean beauty wise is, and just in gloss in general. It's the Lily Low lip gloss in Whisper. It's kind of got a baby pink feel to it, but I just really love this one. Okay, so that is this look complete. So like I said, I really love this kind of style, this just bold, kind of really almost really thick winged liner effect, and quite, yeah, bold and sharp. And it is, like I said, it was quite, apart from getting the placement of the shapes, it is quite a simple look, very minimal product. Some of my other ones might be a bit more in detail, but not all editorial looks have to be really crazy or really over the top. Some are actually quite simple, but I just really love the look of this. And like I said, you can change up kind of whatever colour you want on the lids, really, that you like. But I love, like I said, I love this colour from Lily Lola. I just think it's so cool with the purple and the brown and this kind of shift to it. I do think it's really cool. I'm not sure my eyes are actually that even, and I found it the last time I did that, but I just think that's kind of the nature of my eyes. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the second attempt turned out for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. So this is the first look, like I said, for this editorial fashion week, and I kept this one all clean beauty as that's the way I wanted to kick this one off. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the week for the other ones. Any kind of inspiration that you've got that you'd like to see me, or like looks that you'd like to see me recreate, please let me know down below. Thank you for your comments on my last video as well, and the kind of product recommendations. I have put a few orders in, but whether they'll arrive in time for this week, I don't know, but I can definitely use them obviously at later dates to create other looks. But yeah, so I really hope you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next